We'd like you to meet another Artomat artist who has been featured in the Artomat Benton Harbor. Artist Susan Rossiter has taken the time to answer our questions about herself, her art, and her involvement with Artomat. Here is the video that she created for us.
My name is Susan Rossiter. I'm an artist inspired by the colors, shapes, and patterns of the 50s through the 70s, and I create large abstract paint and paper assemblages in Columbus, Ohio. I saw something on PBS a few years ago called The Art Show, and they were talking about the history of Artomat and how artist Clark Whittington was refurbishing old cigarette machines so they could vend small pieces of art. It was the coolest thing I'd ever heard. So when they mentioned there was one at the Dayton Visual Arts Center in Ohio, we got in the car and went to go have a look. I bought one from every artist in the machine and brought them home. I ended up purchasing a prototype kit from the website artomat.org, and I sent in a submission and it was approved. So I've been making these little chickens ever since. These are about 90% handmade papers, which I collage and then paint over. I've been an Artomat artist since 2017, so about 9 years, and my chickens have really evolved over time. For me, making the same thing over and over again really helps me to perfect it, get it to where I love it, and streamline the process. My favorite things about being involved with Artomat are I love the story. I love how Clark Whittington came up with this idea and just went with it, built on it. So from one local machine to over 200, I think, now all over the US and abroad. All of the machines are works of art themselves, and if you haven't seen one, check out the map at artomat.org and find the ones near you. I also just love making the little paint and paper assemblage chickens. I have my little chicken factory set up in my studio, and it gives my hands something meaningful to do in between the big projects. So I have had some commissions from people who've purchased from Artomat machines, and my favorite was someone who requested a bride-groom set for her cousin and his fiance who were getting married very soon. They had just discovered an Artomat in a bar in New York City when they were all together celebrating. So she sent a photo, I made some custom papers, and then created these little bride and groom chickens. If you'd like to see more, you can find me on Instagram at Suze Rossiter.
Thank you again to artist Susan Rossiter for taking the time to answer our questions. Look for her art in Artomat machines around the country and internationally. The next time you're in Southwest Michigan, stop by the livery and check out the Artomat machine. Make your first purchase or your next purchase of affordable art. If you think you might want to become a contributing artist, host a machine, or just want to know where other art can be purchased, go to artomat.org and find out all of the information.